Hi everybody, Kai Deering, and I'm so excited to share these services with you. For more than 50 years, LegalShield has been making a huge difference in so many lives, including my own. We protect and empower more than 4.5 million lives by providing equal access to the legal system. You might be asking, how do you do that? Well, we do it through a disruptive innovation. That's when something comes along that makes it simpler, easier, and more affordable. Think Amazon, Spotify, Uber. They all made it simpler to shop, listen to your favorite music, and get more affordable rides. And that's what we do, but for legal services. We've made accessing a law firm simpler, easier, and more affordable. As a LegalShield member, you can call and speak to your provider law firm for advice. If you feel like you've been treated unfairly by purchasing a defective item and the manufacturer wouldn't honor the warranty, or if an insurance claim like I had was denied, then you believe you should have been covered, well, the provider law firm can write a letter or make a phone call on your behalf to assist with the situation. Seeking professional legal help isn't always cost effective. But as a LegalShield member, it is. I recently had an issue where I rented a rental car and returned the keys after hours, right, in a bucket, and just took off for my flight. A few weeks later, I got an email from the rental car company asking me how would I like to pay for the $1,000 worth of damage. I was shocked. I did nothing to that car. There was no damage, and I returned it in perfect working order. But you know what? I didn't worry and I didn't get mad. I just literally tapped the app, talked to my LegalShield provider law firm, and they helped me out. They told me they'd seen this a time or two before, and because they assume that you're just gonna pay the bill since it would be cheaper than any of the other alternatives like fighting it, well, my provider law firm asked if they could send a letter on my behalf, and I said, heck yes. A few weeks later, that company received this letter from my law firm instructing them of my rights. And lo and behold, a few days later, I received a response from the rental car company stating that they had made a business decision to close down the claim. Folks, if I didn't have LegalShield, I would probably have just ended up paying thousands of dollars simply because it would have been cheaper than having my rates go up or to fight them. But thankfully, I had access to my LegalShield provider law firm, and their help didn't cost me anything above my monthly membership fee. Your provider law firm can review personal contracts and documents before you sign them as well. They can provide advice if you have concerns, and they may even make suggestions to help keep you from being taken advantage of. How many times have you signed a contract without understanding exactly what you're agreeing to? Whether it's HOA agreements, buying or refinancing a home, renting an apartment, buying a car, or even starting a new job. People likely sign more contracts than they truly realize, and many of us rarely have a lawyer look them over beforehand. With the LegalShield Preferred Legal Plan, you can easily upload a document up to 25 pages to be reviewed. I feel one of the best features of our legal plan is the estate planning benefits. Your provider law firm can help you prepare your will, physician's directive, and draw a power of attorney. You can begin your will preparation on the LegalShield app, and when you've completed the information, you can send it directly to the law firm. As a preferred plan member, you can receive annual updates to these documents as well. Need help with moving traffic issues? Your LegalShield membership helps on and off the road. The Preferred Legal Plan offers assistance for 2 moving traffic violations per membership year for each covered person. If unused, 1 can roll over to the next year up to a maximum of 3. After being a member for 180 days, your plan matures to include additional uncontested family services such as adoption, name change, separation, divorce, and civil annulments. LegalShield can also help prepare prenuptials or postnuptial agreements. What would you do if you were named in a civil suit? Right? I mean, defending yourself against a lawsuit could be financially devastating. As a LegalShield member, you have a set number of hours, your provider law firm's time for, pre-trial and trial defense services for covered civil matters. And if the IRS notifies you that you're being audited on your personal income tax returns, your provider law firm can help. You'll have a set number of pre-trial and trial hours available for assistance. We also provide 24/7 access to your provider law firm for covered legal emergencies. For instance, if you've ever been questioned, arrested, detained by law enforcement, if you're involved in an automobile accident and you're injured, the state attempts to remove your children from your home, seriously, just tap the app and you can be connected with your provider law firm anytime, literally day or night. And as part of your membership, you can get your documents e-signed and notarized. You can receive unlimited number of e-signatures and up to 5 online notarizations per membership year. And if you need additional legal help, Preferred Legal Plan members can get a 25% discount off the provider law firm's standard hourly rate for personal legal matters that aren't covered for your plan, helping to ensure that you're legally empowered. The LegalShield Preferred Legal Plan is also the best value for families. Not only do we cover you, but your membership can also protect your spouse and eligible dependents. In addition to legal help, let's talk about protecting yourself with identity theft protection. Now, I don't know about you, but I've lost count of how many times I've heard or read a news story about a company's data being breached or hacked. And that's why I'd like to take a moment and tell you about another service we offered. It's called LegalShield. Countless places have access to your family's name, addresses, phone numbers, and their date of birth. They also know even scarier details, including social security numbers, credit card numbers, and other financial details. But you can monitor your private information with LegalShield. Simply enter the details you want monitored, and LegalShield will let you know via email or push notifications when your monitored information is detected. And should you ever become a victim of identity theft, LegalShield will assign a licensed private investigator to your case to help you restore your identity. Your investigator will work with you one-on-one to do whatever it takes, for as long as it takes, to get you back to your pre-theft status. LegalShield includes up to $3 million of identity fraud protection to cover certain costs in the event of a covered identity theft situation. But LegalShield isn't just here to help once your identity has been stolen. We also provide proactive tools to help keep your data protected from potential theft. In the event of an identity theft emergency, LegalShield provides emergency access to live support, ensuring that members can get the help right away. LegalShield also helps keep your private data out of the hands of data brokers. These online databases collect your valuable personal information. In the best case, they want to sell your data to companies that want to send you targeted ads, mailing, phone calls, and unsolicited advertising. In the worst case scenario, identity thieves can use the databases to get their hands on your information. Our privacy check feature can scan data broker sites every 90 days. If we discover your data, we can send deletion and opt-out requests to the database owners. LegalShield can even minimize online reputation damage. Did you know that the posts you share online can have an impact on things like getting a job or applying for credit? Job recruiters often look at candidates' social media accounts and controversial content that could cost you your dream job. Questionable online behavior could also be used against you when you're applying for loans, and insurance providers could raise premiums after discovering this information online. LegalShield provides reputation management tools that can scan your social media accounts and flag content that could be damaging to your online reputation. Plus, we've partnered with Trend Micro to provide secure online browsing by scanning your devices for malware infections. A virtual private network helps secure public Wi-Fi when you're connected to hotspots. And a password manager helps you create strong passwords and keep them protected. And we'll help you keep track of your credit by giving you monthly updates and your credit score. Available exclusively to members with LegalShield and LegalShield membership, our identity specialist will also provide one-to-one education to help you understand your valuable credit rating and actions that will likely have an impact on your credit score. Rather than leaving security up to chance, LegalShield helps you proactively arm yourself against identity theft and reputation hijacking. Legal and identity theft protection go hand in hand. By having access to protect your legal rights with LegalShield and protecting your privacy with LegalShield, you're ready to take on whatever life throws your way. And as a bonus, every plan includes member perk discounts, letting you save on things you're already buying. With these savings, your membership can become an investment that pays off. Over 400 vendors offer savings to our members, including companies like Costco, Sam's Club, T-Mobile, Verizon, Adidas, Enterprise, Freebox, and more.